So, let's talk about smartphone leaks. It's a term you hear thrown around a lot, but what does it actually mean? Put simply, a smartphone leak is when private information from your phone gets out into the open without your permission. This isn't about someone looking over your shoulder while you text, this is on a much bigger scale. Imagine your phone as a locked digital diary. A leak is when someone finds a master key, opens that diary, copies every single page. This can happen to one person, or it can happen to millions of people all at once if the company holding the data is breached. It's a major breach of trust and a huge invasion of privacy. This information can be almost anything your phone stores. We're talking about your personal photos, your private messages, your contact list. It could also include your location history, showing every place you've been, browsing history, saved passwords, financial information from banking apps. Basically, anything that makes your smartphone yours can be part of a leak. The information is supposed to stay secured either on your device or in a company's cloud server. When that security fails, for any reason, that's when a leak occurs. Alright, let's get into the big one that just happened. It's being called the Aura breach. And it's a perfect example of what we've been talking about. This leak didn't come from a specific phone manufacturer like Apple or Samsung. Instead, it came from a popular third-party keyboard app called AuraKey. It's an app that millions of people downloaded to get cool new themes. GIFs better autocorrect. The app promised a more personalized typing experience. What users didn't know was that this personalization came at a massive cost to their privacy. This is a classic case of a useful tool having a hidden, dangerous side. So what exactly was leaked in the Aura breach? The short answer is, a whole lot. The developers of AuraKey were collecting and storing every single thing users typed with their keyboard. Let that sink in for a second. Every text message, every search query, every email draft, every password, credit card numbers typed into forms. So, how did something this massive actually happen? It's surprisingly simple, and that's what makes it so scary. The problem started with the permissions the AuraKey app asked for when you installed it. Like many apps, it asked for full access. On iOS, granting a third-party keyboard full access is a big deal. On Android, granting a third-party keyboard full access is a big deal. The operating system even gives you a warning, telling you the developer can transmit anything you type, including sensitive information like credit card numbers. Most users just click allow without reading. This was the first open door. Once it had permission, AuraKey began collecting data. The app's code captured every keystroke. It didn't just analyze typing patterns on the phone, instead it packaged everything you typed and sent it over the internet, to servers controlled by AuraKey. They said it was to train AI for better predictions, but raw, identifiable keystroke data is a huge privacy red flag. A responsible app would anonymize the data or do all processing on the device. The final critical failure was storage. Developers dumped all this sensitive info into an unsecured database, like a filing cabinet full of personal diaries left wide open in a public park. Okay, so a bunch of data was leaked. What's the big deal? Why does this actually matter in the real world? The risks are very real and can be incredibly damaging. First and foremost is the risk of identity theft. They could have your name, they could have your email address, they could have your physical address, they could have answers to security questions you typed, they could even have your social security number, they could have your credit card numbers. With that, they can open new bank accounts. They can apply for loans in your name. They can file fraudulent tax returns in your name, leaving you to clean up the financial and legal mess. Then, there's the risk of direct financial theft. Many people use their phones to log into their banking apps. Many people use their phones to log into PayPal. Many people use their phones to log into other financial services. If you typed your username and password for your bank while using the AuraKey keyboard, criminals now have it. They can log into your accounts and drain your funds before you even notice. The leak also included credit card numbers typed into shopping sites. That data can be sold on the dark web for a few dollars per card. Buyers then use those cards to make fraudulent purchases online. Beyond the financial risks, there's a deeply personal violation of privacy. The leak included private conversations, it included intimate text messages, it included embarrassing web searches. This whole situation is pretty scary, but the good news is, you're not powerless. There are concrete steps you can take right now to build a better digital fortress around your data. First, audit your apps. Go through your phone and look at every app you've installed, especially ones that aren't from major reputable companies. Ask yourself if you really need it. Pay close attention to third-party keyboards launchers, any app that asks for extensive permissions. If you don't use an app or don't trust the developer, just delete it. It's better to have fewer apps that you trust than a bunch of apps that could be spying on you. Next, get serious about managing app permissions. Both iOS and Android have settings menus where you can see exactly which permissions each app has. Go to your phone's privacy settings and review them. Does that photo editing app really need access to your contacts and location? Probably not. Does that keyboard app need full access to transmit your data? Absolutely not. Be ruthless and revoke any permission that doesn't seem absolutely necessary for the app to function. Using the default keyboard from Apple or Google, Gboard, is almost always the safest bet since they have much stronger privacy and security practices. Another huge step is to use a password manager and enable two-factor authentication, or 2FA, everywhere you can. This Aura breach is a lesson for all of us, users and companies alike, that convenience can never come at the cost of our fundamental right to privacy.